BSN. Finish first. He is the 8-time Mr. Olympia, the cornerstone of Team BSN, and the winningest IFBB pro bodybuilder of all time. He is the legendary Ronnie Coleman. In 2006, camera crews followed Ronnie for nearly a year for an unprecedented look at the day-to-day life of this remarkable athlete. Since then, footage has been unseen and unreleased. Until now. This is Ronnie Coleman, the undiscovered footage. Of course, you went on to win the Mr. Olympia many more times with an unprecedented 8 consecutive victories, a distinction that's held by only one other man, and that's Lee Haney. What are your thoughts on Lee, and in your view, what has he meant to the sport of bodybuilding?
I always tell people that Lee Haney is by far the greatest bodybuilder of all time. And I always say that because, you know, Lee, in this era, you know, he had all these guys to deal with, and all these guys, you know, were like on his heels. He had like different guys, you know, whereas I only had a couple guys, you know, that would try to, you know, take the title away from him. But Lee, he stayed strong, got better and better, got stronger and stronger. You know, he kept his family life together. And people don't know that bodybuilding is a real tough sport. And you got wife and kids you got to keep happy. You're trying to keep yourself happy. You got to concentrate. You got to stay focused on, you know, what you got to do and all this kind of stuff. So I always say, Lee by far the greatest ambassador this sport's ever had, because the league kept everything together. He was always cool, calm, collective, always stayed in control, always took charge of all the situations he was in. He was always a great ambassador for the sport. He was always out there, you know, doing stuff for the sport of bodybuilding, trying to make it a better sport, trying to bring it all over the world and make it, you know, make the awareness of bodybuilding that much more recognized than it was, and he did a real great job at it. And at the same time, you know, he kept his family together, he kept his wife happy, kept his kids, and all that stuff happened. He was a great man of faith, and by far, ain't nobody come close to him.
In this game, only the strong survive.
And here we go!
You gotta be willing to fight to the end. That's why Syntha 6 is the official protein beverage of the UFC. So now, you can fight longer, stronger, you can fight harder.
The man who helped to bring us to where we are today is the new light heavyweight champion.
Syntha 6, the official protein beverage of the UFC. Lee Haney versus Ronnie Coleman in their prime. Who's better and why?
Let's see, Lee was better in his prime and I was better in my prime. When Lee was competing, could nobody out there touch Lee, and Lee was unbeatable for those 8 years that he won in a row. Back that up, reverse it, same with me. When I was competing, I was unbeatable. Could nobody out there hang with me, not even Lee. So in his prime, Lee was the best of all time. In my prime, I was the best of all time. Nobody was better in their prime as far as I'm concerned. When Lee was competing, bodybuilding wasn't as advanced as it is now, so it's kind of hard to put us each in our own prime. I can only say that maybe if Lee could have came over to my prime and took the same advancement that I took, he probably could have beat me. So he could probably would have been that much better than me. But if you want to take me back to Lee's prime, I don't think I could have hung with Lee, no matter what you would have gave me, because he was way, way, way ahead of the curve on everybody.